If you want to become a perfect English speaker, brother, don't wait till your perfect day, right? This is not better for you, brother, right? Right? Listen to me just for 5 minutes, brother. Okay, guys, anyway, if you're new here, do subscribe and like share, like watch try to full video, right? And I make a lot of video about English, right? So anyway, you know, if you want to become a perfect English speaker, right? Don't wait your perfect day, right? This is not good for you, right? Because maximum learner, maximum speaker who want to right now initial phase, and they stay for waiting like a good day, right? When I will like a perfect, I will make a video, I will talk in like public. This is not good for you, brother, right? I mean, if right, when you initial phase, you cannot practice, right? Just you learn, learning. This is not meaningful, brother, for you. If you want to become a perfect English speaker, right? I'm not talking about just English, right? Any language, brother, doesn't matter, right? Just I'm talking all language, right? And just my only goal is just English. So that's why I'm gonna just target for English, brother, right? And another is most important things, like when I speak English in front of people, people judge my English, and people what talk about my English, brother. Just remove from your brain, brother, that type of thought, right? This is not good for you, brother, right? Just practice, practice. Just like people laugh in front of you, doesn't matter, right? With that guy for you, right? Right? Just keep practice, and just if you can face those like issue, and you will grab good experience when you will be some your student, your viewers like ask you what is your initial reaction in public, like that type of questions, and audience asks you, brother, right? So that's why first you need to grab knowledge zero to hero, I mean A to Z, right? So another thing is most important, if we want to really learning like a language, we need to like analyze small by small meaning, like thinking all over, right? So we need to read it, right? Maybe you understand what I mean and what I want to talk. So this is true, brother. You know that when I was initial page, I didn't have a confidence, brother, right? You know, and it be day by day, day by day, like a practice behind the camera. When I was single in my room, and then I can, practice in front of mirror, just, when I free time, and I can imagine, right? And when I walk in, like, when I walk in the work, like, when I walk in the park, and I just, translate in English, brother, right? This is the good way for me, right? So probably, I would like to, like speak in English. So that's why, and I'm still learning English, So, and yeah, and another thing is most important, uh, most important things, uh, nowadays, like maximum, like learner, like like older, younger, all people, scrolling reel, reel, mobile every time, like laptop, right? This is not good. This is not good for us a little bit, right? And we need to, we need to improve our reading session, right? I mean, we need to read like a book, brother, right? Where we can get, good, like knowledge. We can grab, from there, like a story, like yeah, yeah, like poem, that type of, right? And how to use the like sentence, sorry, how to use the vocabulary, how to use grammar, and where is our, like grammatical error. So that type of thought we can, correct our issue, like a mistake, right? So that's why, for me, every day, 13 minutes, almost 30 or 35 minutes, we need to read book, right? Type of novel book, right? If we want to really learning English, right? So that is my, that is my suggest for you, brother, right? And like, yeah, some teachers suggest to you, like, we have a lot of option, from, like, social media, you know watching movie for improving English, watching, like, listening English song, and that type of, like some podcast, like our teacher recommended, right? Yeah, we can, like every day watch, like, when we, scrolling, like, TikTok, Instagram, yeah, we can find. But there is not, specific topics talking about from, like, like social media. Maybe what I mean, you maybe understand, right? So that's why, if right now I can, scrolling, like, TikTok, and then, uh, for me, I recommend all guys, if I can, like scrolling mobile phone, like TikTok, right? And then I need to watch, like, what is my goal. I mean, my goal is only one, like English, right? And I need to, watch, like, type of English, right? And like, there is a lot of people, promote in English, collaborate in English, right? Yeah, we need to watch that type of video, right? And where we can get good, confidence. So that's why this is my personal opinion, right? But I'm not gonna, like, pursue, brother, you need to take this, like, this, like, suggestion, this is helpful for your improving English. I'm not gonna pursue, brother. If you want to, use it, like those line, you can take, brother, no problems. And why I'm talking this, because when I was in its initial phase, and I used a lot of time in those rules and regulations, right? So that's why I'm just talking about you. Just I'm sharing with you, brother, right? So okay, anyway, guys, bye. See you tomorrow. Stay healthy, stay strong, right? Stay mindset. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, guys, bye. See you tomorrow.